turn up the volume, and now volume's coming through there. Welcome to the John Kroll Show. I am your host, Jason Zaleski, and visiting with Coach Stevens Point Panthers boys basketball coach John Kroll. Coach, in Wisconsin, every now and then we do get a game postponement or a cancellation, depending on the nature of that game. I don't remember, though, having two in the same week. That happened last week. We were gameless. Your boys were anyway gameless last week. What do you do in a week like that to keep the kids engaged, keep them entertained, and keep them focused?
Yeah, it's tougher. I mean, when you hit this time of the year in Wisconsin, you never know where you're going to get. And hopefully, in a week, you only get one postponement. We were lucky enough to have two. So, you got to first find time to be able to get back in the gym, right? So, when there's no school, we're an off day, and we talk about our off days, throughout the season, using them to re-energize, mentally, get your body right physically, get more rest if you need to. But then when we're back in practice and on the floor, then we got to make sure that we stay crisp and if you lose it multiple days in a week, you don't want to fall behind on stuff, and we got to make sure that we still keep our edge and keep our mind focused on what we're trying to do, and then figure out who our next opponent is, and then where games are being put in the schedule and how we got to adapt. And that's what the game of basketball really is. It's adapting to change, and things change in scheduling, and we just got to adapt and move forward.
A pair of road games for the Stevens Point Panthers boys basketball team. We'll talk about those coming up next.
An SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin. Look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. The Stevens Point Brewery is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics. Experience the many refreshing flavors of Point Gourmet sodas. Handcrafted in small batches, each flavor is perfected for your enjoyment. From tasty black cherry cream to the world-famous Point Root beer, every bottle is in the house. Point Heating and Cooling in Stevens Point and Plover, with more than 100 years of making your home and business comfortable. Call Point Heating and Cooling or visit pointheating.com. Turn your house into a home and shop Home Furniture. Home Furniture on Post Road in Plover. When it comes to customized apparel or your local sports team apparel, turn to Maida in Stevens Point. From corporate outings to outfitting your club or sports team, Maida has all you could need.
As we continue today's John Kroll Show, Coach, Appleton East, road game on Tuesday. Let's first talk about the coaching matchup. Turner Botts over in the Fox Valley, a legend, basketball legend over there. A number of years ago, he helped take his UWGB team to an NCAA tournament berth, and he's kind of basketball central over that way. And so with that, he'll have his team ready to go on Tuesday night.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's had an outstanding basketball career as a player, and now, getting into his basketball coaching career over there at East. He's done a great job with that program, and they're a little bit younger and inexperienced at the beginning of this year, but they've been building and they've been getting better. And they have a lot of pieces over there that can definitely hurt you on the offensive end, and then they have some good size that makes it tough to get to the rim and on the defensive side for them. So they'll definitely be ready. We know that. That's what that league is over there. They know that every night's going to be a tough one, a grinder for the entire 36 or more. We'll have our hands full. It'll be a good test for us to go over there on the road on a Tuesday night with having this break with no games last week. It'll be a good test and see where we are here kind of at the midpoint of the season, and hopefully we can go over there and play well.
I'll have the call on Tuesday night. La Chapelle, Presta Giacomo, those two go for 25. What's the plan to get me to say their names less on Tuesday night?
Yeah, I mean, you're never with offensive scoring like those two can and shoot it and score in multiple positions. We just have to make it tough. We've played against some very strong offensive scoring guards this year. We just have to make sure that we're there. They see us all the time. We got a hand. We got we got to limit kind of not necessarily their touches. They're going to get touches and they're going to get their points. They're just outstanding offensive players. But we have to make it tougher on them. Really make them work for some touches, some open looks. Hopefully, we limit those, and then try to get them off their spots. They can get to their spots pretty easily at times, and they shoot it well from there. So we got to make sure we can, veer them off spots and crowd them and make them see multiple guys.
For your guys offensively, where do you think you can have some success against Appleton East?
Yeah, I think, for us to be able to stretch out, a lot of teams with our bigs, we got to make their bigs, guard the ball and guard off the ball and guard, the entire defensive end. But then we got to make sure that we're able to, I think our guards are a little bit bigger, so we got to be able to score inside at times if it's post up or whatever. But if we can space and share that ball and make the extra passes, I think we'll have a chance to knock down some outside shots and then potentially get at the rim when they're getting extended.
Coach, you come into the game undefeated 12-0. They are 3-6. You touched on it a little bit earlier, though, playing in that Fox Valley League. That 3-6 can look a little bit different maybe than people think it does.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a tough conference over there. They know that. They play a lot of conference games, and if you look at their scores, it's not blowout scores. They're in games. They may have a bad stretch here and there at times, but a couple different things go their way, you could flip that record. When you're over there, and especially with them, trying to build some experience. I think early in the season they're building on it, and I wouldn't be shocked if they make a little run here and get on a winning streak. Hopefully it starts after Tuesday, but yeah, I mean, they're going to be ready. These two conferences, ours and theirs, a lot of teams play against each other. They know what to expect when going into those games.
Let's talk about the road trips at Appleton East Tuesday, and then over at Wisconsin Rapids, a conference opponent though that day. So maybe a little more familiar, but what are some of the techniques that you teach your guys on how to handle a road trip?
Yeah, I mean, we got a stretch here. We've been talking about it for a while. We know it's coming up, and we actually have 3 road trips this week because Friday we go up to WIAA East, and then the reschedule of Rapids on Saturday. And then next week we go down to Wanakee on a road trip. So we got 4 road trips here, and we've talked about it. It's a stretch where it's tough to play on the road, right? And when you play on the road multiple times in a week and against quality opponents, you got to make sure you attack your practice time and make sure that you understand what we're trying to do on the offensive end and defensive end. And at times we got to put in multiple scout reports on stuff when you got back-to-back games. So we got to be on our toes. It'll be a tough week. It'll be a good week for us to be able to see where we're at in this kind of scheduling area right now with multiple games in a week. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Coach, thanks for the correction. WIAA East Friday. Jack Rosicki on the call for that one. We look forward to all 3 games this week, and we'll be with you for all 3 of them right here on Zaleski Sports. Every now and then, coaches look for a little inspiration. Perhaps that came from the Green Bay Packers on Sunday night. We'll talk to Coach about that coming up.
Ag Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. Contact Ag Country in Stevens Point, 715-344-1000. Andy Hoff and Cindy LaChapelle of Hoff Favor Real Estate Group are your local Stevens Point realtors. That's Andy Hoff and Cindy LaChapelle of Hoff Favor Real Estate. Nickel Lay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Nickel Lay Bank of Stevens Point, 715-254-3400 and nickellaybank.com. For your next catering, birthday party, family night out, or just lunch on the move, make it a delicious, cheesy, Chicago-style deep dish slice from the one and the only Rocky Rococo's in Stevens Point.
Green Bay Packers with a playoff win on Sunday. To a lot of people, unexpected. All the experts were on Dallas. Green Bay, though, comes in, Coach, with a lesser record, and it looked like on paper a lesser team. But I know coaches, and I know you're always looking for things to kind of help inspire your team, and that information may become helpful later on, perhaps come playoff time. And you at your current pace, you may play a team with a lesser record, and talking about that playoff game could be something you use later on this year.
It sure is, and when we've talked about having the start in the season that we have, and that so-called target on your back, when you start hitting rankings and you get a start, and like we've had, we have to talk about it, right? Because it's out there, and we have to be aware of it, and you got to understand that it's really just a number, right? It really is. It probably loses you more games than it'll win you on stuff. So but that's why we've talked about it. You got to understand that if somebody's chasing you and you have the target, they're going to bring your A game every single game, and we need to be prepared and ready for that. Some nights we're not going to have our A game. We know our opponent is going to bring it, so we got to grind those out, and we got to find ways to come out on top on those. And I think us talking about it, and we're aware of it and understanding that, some teams have our games circled on their calendar at times, and so we need to make sure that we're prepping and being ready for these type of games. And it's just not on game days. You can't just flip the switch when it comes to game days, and you got to prep hard. You got to outwork them in practice, the days leading up to the game, to give yourself a chance to outwork them in the game. So yeah, it's definitely, to be able to play the underdog role. I think over the last few years in our program, we've been able to do that a little bit as we were building this. And now, and we're in the spot where we're at, we need to kind of flip the switch a little bit and say, all right, we need to understand what's coming into, this next game, who's coming in, or if we're on the road, and make sure that we're prepared and ready to go.
3 games this week, Coach. Target will be on your back. I think that's pretty clear at this point. It all starts Tuesday at Appleton East. We'll see you in the gym, and good luck on Tuesday night.
Thank you. We'll see you there.
It's simple but true. Time is money. At Sherrill Tire and Service, we have over 20 mobile service trucks to get you rolling and growing again. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers, your locally owned farm tire dealer.
And now for the Patriots, on junior number 3, Peyton Jaco. And junior number 12, Jacob Weisbach. A senior number 0, Grayson Panis Merritt. A senior number 2, Joey LaChapelle. And a senior number 25, Elliot Philhausen.
Just start moving it that way.
You saw that the maintenance room is available. Please come and keep off the ends of the floor. Leave the ends of the floor stuff before you begin this game. Thank you.
Dave, is that good? Okay. You're good? Okay. No, we'll sit. We'll be okay. They must be. TV timeout. Remember, we talked about the camera quality. This is not good camera quality. Okay. Oh. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Appleton East High School. Jason Zaleski here as we were, avoiding the scorn of the fire marshal for where they had us set up and where we had to be. We've missed nothing. We are, we're in a TV timeout. They're getting some maintenance done here on this near baseline to us. You'll see our camera position. We are kind of left of the free throw line. And while we know that's unfortunate, we appreciate you all tuning in. We'll give you the best looks here that Appleton East will let us give. And that's where I'll leave it today. Watch tomorrow's Zaleski Sports Show live on this channel at 4 p.m. And I'll give you all the other information about Appleton East at that time. There. We'll save that stuff for the show. We'll save the game for the game. That's, I think, a pretty good policy for us to have here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. First for the SPASH Panthers, coming in with a season mark of 12-0. They are 3-0 in Wisconsin Valley Conference play here in this 2023-24 season. They are ranked number 3 in our Zaleski Sports mathematical rankings. Again, those rankings mirror that of the seed process. So what that means is in this section for the SPASH Panthers, if the playoffs were to start tomorrow, which they don't, but if they did, you'd have the number 1 seed, SPASH Panthers, as they are number 3 overall in Division 1. And they are led in scoring by Grant Chandana, 16 points per game, 5 rebounds per game for Grant, 12 points for Jaron Sues, and I sure hope I'm saying that right. And those of you watching at home, make sure to correct me if I'm not. But opening tip will go to the SPASH Panthers, and we are underway here from Appleton East High School. Jason Zaleski alongside Gunnard Sippert for today's broadcast. Thank you all for watching. Noah Marshke turns, and that's going to stay with the Panthers as that goes off the top of the noggin of Jake Weisbach. Just underway here in Stevens Point. Girls Panthers were victorious before this game. That one tipped off at 5:45. We tip here just after 7:40. As Chandana in the lane, and fadeaway for Chandana off the glass and good. Here goes Presta Giacomo. He's one to watch, number 3, averaging 14 points per game, 4.6 rebounds per game, 2.5 assists per game for the junior. Cade Presta Giacomo wears number 3. The straw that stirs the drink here at Appleton East is here, Joey LaChapelle. Chappelle got in the air on the baseline and gave it away. LaChapelle averaging over 20 points per game for these Appleton East Patriots. Appleton East coming in a record of, I believe I had 4 and 7. I'll take a double check on that here in just a minute. Baseline drive underway and then stuffed by Elliot Feldhausen. Quickly the other way, that three-pointer from Kazmarek off the mark. Grayson Kazmarek averaging 7 points a game for the East Patriots, but misses on his first attempt. Here goes Marshke now. Marshke, free throw line. Out it goes to Sues. And I just know I'm not saying that right. Fadeaway here for Nick Fox off the mark. A rebound chased down by Feldhausen. Zeese, I knew it. Thank you, Tori. Of course, Tori knows too. Thank you, Tori. Tori Zeese. I knew right away when it came off the tongue that wasn't going well, but again, they tripped us up. I was in my final prep here, about 4 minutes left, and they came up and said, "Yeah, we got to move your table in the corner." I said, "Well, okay." Not sure exactly how the camera's going to like that, but so we were stalled out for the next 5 minutes up here, trying to get all of our equipment moved. But we're here. We're loving it. Patriots to inbound. This is Presta Giacomo. In it comes to LaChapelle. Again, those are the two right there. And if you were watching our pregame show with Coach John Kroll, we talked about those two, averaging a combined 25 per game. Here's Presta Giacomo, free throw line, gives off to LaChapelle. And now it comes to Feldhausen. Talked to Coach about, how to stop those two. I actually asked Coach, I said, well, I'm doing the play call here as we've got a Stevens Point foul. It's the first foul of the game. And it's going to go on Nick Fox, and free throws are upcoming for Joey LaChapelle. I had asked Coach, I said, during my play call, how do your guys make me say those names less? And he gave an answer, gave a coach answer for it as LaChapelle hits on the front end, shooting foul. But he recognized, nope, those are the two, and yeah, we've got to pay close attention to them. And LaChapelle goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and we are tied at 2. Opening minutes here in Appleton East, the number 3 ranked SPASH Panthers. Again, Zaleski Sports VIPs have been following along with those mathematical rankings all season long. You can too. Just head on over to ZaleskiSports.com, click VIP. Feldhausen grabs the rebound after the miss from Chandana. Jacob Weisbach passes up top to Presta Giacomo. And here goes Feldhausen. He'll take Marshke down low. Good closeout defense that time by Chandana and the Panthers. Braden Neiman wears 4 in white. Now here's LaChapelle turning in the lane and had got Carter Combs up in the air, but Combs, greedy, steals it. Marschke, pull up, 3, no. And a rebound brought down by Presta Giacomo. Three on the way from LaChapelle. That too strong off back iron. Ball tipped out, though, back in the hands of LaChapelle. Patriots will load up again, but we've got a kick ball, and it'll stay with Appleton East. Baseline out of bounds play, a blob coming in. Find so many delicious lunch and dinner options at Par 4 Bistro in Wapaka. Perfect for a night out or a treat for the whole family. Find everything you could ask for under one roof and on one menu at Par 4 Bistro, Highway 54 in Wapaka. The Patriots not able to check that one down. Out of bounds it goes. 4 minutes in, we've got 4 total points on the scoreboard. This after Zaleski Sports viewers last night saw the Dominican Knights boys basketball team rack up 132 points, season high for the Knights. Season high statewide. They won 132-89. Here we are at 4. Fox, 3 on the way. That one too strong. And nice job there. Amon Konopaki tracks it down, saves it in. Panthers will reload. Here's Fox on the wing. Baraka McAleen in the game. McAleen baseline underneath the Chandonah and got that one stripped away by Weisbach. Quick ball movement. Feldhausen left alone, too strong in his three-point attempt. McAleen rips down the rebound. I believe we will not hit 132 tonight. Perhaps not 132 combined. To finish up the Dominican Knights. Konopaki. Jumper in the lane is good. And I know what you're saying out there, boys basketball fans here in Wisconsin. The Dominican Knights have been known for a long time scoring a lot of points. Here's Konopaki. Outside Fox. Fox on the hesitation. Skips it to Combs. Combs, 3 on the way. Got it to go. Carter Combs. Back the other way. LaChapelle uncontested to the rack. LaChapelle's got all 4 East points. Konopaki inside. Chandonah pumps once. Up. Got that one blocked. Up again with it. Chandonah that time outworked Weisbach for the bucket. Outside with it to Neiman. Neiman looks around. Now LaChapelle will come and get the ball. Presta Giacomo shakes on Konopaki in the lane. Scoop shot, no, but it's going to be a foul on Konopaki and 2 free throws coming up for Cade Presta Giacomo. So a pair of free throws coming up for Presta Giacomo. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays for Wisconsin's finest cheese. Stop at Cheese Pleasers right off of I-39 in Bancroft. Just head south from Stevens Point, if I've got that right. Also check this out. Get instant savings right now at Fleet Farm. Skip the wait. Take $10 off your next purchase of $75 or more in-store or online. Shop now and save on gifts for others. Maybe even get a gift for yourself. Shop all your favorite everyday essentials and save at Fleet Farm as Presta Giacomo splits a pair. There goes McAleen in the lane. Pass was deflected. Lands in the friendly arms of Chandonah. Here he is, fading away. Drilled it. Chandonah's got 6-point lead for the Panthers. Back to Presta Giacomo. Potential screen was set by Jacob Keel. Well, that was ignored. Here's LaChapelle in rhythm. Combs comes down with the ball and the rebound. Here comes Carter Combs off the glass. No. Konopacki went for the steal, and Presta Giacomo looks back in the crowd at somebody after he drilled the three-pointer. I don't know who he was looking at. Nice shot, though, young man. Here goes Konopacki, banging the lane, gets it stolen away by Neiman. Student section here for the Patriots, livened up. Presta Giacomo gives it away on the baseline. Combs sets the offense. Inside to Chandonat. Another fader for Chandonat. And fade into the night. And he's got 8. Presta Giacomo directing traffic off ball. Now LaChapelle, baseline drive, runs into McAleen and stolen away by Chandonat. 3 on the way from Zeese. Offensive rebound, Konopacki. Chandonat all alone. Timber! Grant Chandonat is on fire. Appleton East coach Turner Botts is going to call the timeout. SPASH Panthers lead 16-8 on the road. More basketball coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Grant Chandonat's got 11. 16-7 lead for the Panthers here on the road at Appleton East. Again, the number 1 ranked Stevens Point Panthers coming in and taking advantage early. And Appleton East coming in 3-6 overall. LaChapelle draws some oohs and ahs from the crowd. 3-6 overall. And in Fox Valley play, they are 2-5. So most of the games conference for these Patriots. Again, Stevens Point, 12-0, 3-0 in conference. So most of the Panthers games out of conference, including here tonight. But that all will come back to roost here soon. Chandonat to the rack. We were scheduled to have 2 conference games last week, and wouldn't you know it, both game days snowed out, including the big one against Marshfield. That I haven't seen the rescheduled date on that. That doesn't mean it hasn't happened. It's just I haven't seen it. What a move, what a take there. Joey LaChapelle and 1. Foul comes on Zeese. His first, team third. All 3 fouls in this game, all on the SPASH Panthers. No matter the job, big or small, look to Wood Street Rentals to get the equipment you need to get the job done. Offering a wide range of equipment needs and delivery to any job site, look to Wood Street Rentals in Stevens Point. LaChapelle completes a 3-point play. He's got 7 of the Patriots' 10. And foul underneath. Chandonat is going to head to the free throw line as he's fouled by Kazmarek. First foul of the night on the Patriots. And to the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line we go. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never even happened. And Chandonat hits on the first. And hits a pair. His hot night continues. 13 now for Chandonah. How about 15 for Chandonah? There we go. He's scoring so much, I've lost track. Preston Giacomo able to keep the pivot foot down. Outside with it is Christensen. Josh Christensen in the game. Now Kazmarek. LaChapelle takes a look over Carter Combs. Doesn't like what he sees there. Now the kick, 3 on the way. That comes up short. Rebound pulled down by Konopacki. And then thrown away. SPASH Panthers, coached by John Kroll. Everybody knows that. And if you didn't, you saw it on the pregame show. And Fox Valley hero Turner Botts in his second year here, Appleton East Patriots. College basketball fans remember, about 10 years ago, 8 years ago? Time flies, right? But Turner helped his UW Green Bay basketball team make the NCAA tournament. So it was exciting. Big season that year for the Phoenix, about 8 years ago. 3 on the way from Kazmarek. That a bit too strong, and another rebound for Combs. Combs is the rebound leader for these Panthers. 6 per game, and he shows off his ball-seeking skills there. Here's McAleen. McAleen on the drive. Oh, high off the glass for Baraka McAleen. Prestigiacomo right back on the other side, and one for Cade Prestigiacomo. What a take. McAleen on the nice layup on the other side, commits the foul going down the other way as these two go back and forth. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. And Prestigiacomo rattles home the free throw. Under 7 to play here in half number 1. Panthers 9-point lead. There goes Fox. Fox spins at the free throw line. Cut off there. Ball reversal. Chandonah, 3. That one rolls in and out, and McAleen is going to get tagged with a loose ball foul. Second on McAleen. Second in the last 30 seconds, and in comes Marshke, and Baraka is going to take a seat with the 2 fouls. So starter Noah Marshke back in the game. LaChapelle now back to Giacomo. Giacomo finds the down low. What a feed to Feldhausen on the dime from Prestigiacomo. Quickly, Fox launches, hits. Nick Fox, his first points today, that from deep. Panthers would love to trade 3s for 2s. They'd love to trade 3s for 0s. But 3 for 2 is pretty good math also. Weisbach, guarded well there by Chandonah. Now Feldhausen tried to rifle one inside. That didn't work. Combs picks it off. Here comes Combs and the Panthers. Chandonah double comes, now spins up and one for Grant Chandonah. Just having a monster night here early. 17 for Chandonah. He's got 17 of the Panthers' 27. Performance of the season perhaps underway for the junior Chandonah. If this continues like this, Coach Kroll's going to tell me after the game that he wants 10 days off between games all the time. Because it's been a while since his Panthers have hit the floor. I had meant to look that up before our pregame got uprooted by the staff here at East. But I'll look that up here momentarily. get you that info. LaChapelle keeps his footing. Fox follows him out. Through the lane and lost his passing partner that time, did Joey LaChapelle. Panthers go back to work. And jump ball, yeah, they're going to call a jump ball there. Shannon Oz, he spun in the lane. Joint possession was the result. Possession arrow to the Patriots. Under 5 to play in a fairly fast-moving first half. Feldhausen kicks it back out to Presta Giacomo. Quickly now, Feldhausen takes Marschke baseline, gives it away. Here comes Konopacki. Marschke outside dish, Fox, ball fake, Fox to the rack, and no, just fell off the front of the rim. Everything else worked that time for the Panthers, just couldn't get the Earth's gravitational pull to help him out. And then a foul on the other end. And back to the free throw line goes Joey LaChapelle, where he's 3 of 3 here in the first half. Foul called on Konopacki, his second. Eight points for LaChapelle in this first half. Thanks to our game day sponsors, Franny's Family Restaurant, Lear's Jewelers, blinds and designed by Kelly, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. Off back iron, first free throw miss of the game for LaChapelle. Marschke. Now Combs with it. Down low to Fox. Fox gets a defender in the air off the glass, and good. Good patience that time by the 6'5" senior Nick Fox. Control the defender. Things open up after you do. Outside, 3 on the way from Weisbach. Drilled it. So Jacob Weisbach with his first points tonight. Shannon takes a look around. Now we'll dribble it out. Sheds that double team that came down. The weak side double team help. Been the MO for the Patriots over the last 8 minutes on Shannon. And now an offensive foul as shoulder into the chest of LaChapelle will draw the foul. 7th team foul. No free throws, though, on an offensive foul. First on Shannon, again 7th on the Panthers. Coach Turner Botts calls out the play for his Patriots. Ball fake, Presta Giacomo. Floater is good. 9 points for Presta Giacomo here in this first half. Again, those were the 2, right? LaChapelle and Presta Giacomo, as you found out from myself and Coach Kroll in the pregame show, averaging a combined 25 per game. And they have done their part here in this first half. Give you a full scoring recap during our halftime presentation. And I'll just give you a sneak peek. They've done their part. They are on pace. 3, high arcing 3 for Jaron Zeese is good. Kazmarek, guarded by Chandonat, now turns the corner. Not able to make a drive out of it, though. Good defense by Chandonat. Here's Kazmarek again. Now gives off quickly to Presta Giacomo. Nick Fox in tow. Three on the way from LaChapelle. That one rims in and out. Rebound brought down by Zeese. Combs tries the short corner, now kicks it back out. Ball worked. Marschke straight on three. Timber for Noah Marschke. His first points tonight, and the lead grows for the Panthers. Just about 90 seconds left here in half number one. 15-point lead for Stevens Point. Perhaps what you would expect out of the number 3 ranked team in Division I, whether on the road or at home. And it's kind of what it's been all year, for the most part. Panthers look for a good opportunity. Here's one with Chandonah. He stopped in the lane, floats, hits anyway. What shot can't Grant Chandonah make today? That has been a performance here in the first half. Fully rested Stevens Point Panthers, right? I'm not sure what else you could say here. Just doing everything in the first half. Patriots down 17 and letting time fly by. Final 20 seconds. They're going to hold for one and be about a 40-second possession, down by 17. Well, make sure you get a good one, right? Some momentum going into the half. Perhaps that's a thinking here. Press to Giacomo. That one rolls in and out. 5 seconds, and travel is called on Chandonah. And the Patriots will get one more crack at it here with just about 5 seconds left. We press to Giacomo to inbound. Watch number 2. Low block right now is LaChapelle. We'll keep an eye on him. Here he comes, high. And goes to work, does LaChapelle. Ball fake, ball in the air. Shot's good if it goes. It doesn't. And the first half ends like that. Stevens Point, big first half lead, 38-21. We'll recap all the scoring here in just a moment. But the Panthers in full control here in half number one. Again, as they lead by 17 on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in. If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s-themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe. And now open on Saturday nights. Try the new Rock and Roll Cafe Bar and Grill on Church Street.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at madeacustom.com.
All right, back here for halftime. 38-21 the halftime score. Panthers in control here in the first half. Halftime stats brought to you by Feltz Dairy. The culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Feltz's Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheese, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. Feltz's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. It was 11 days ago. SPASH Panthers beat the Merrill Blue Jays that day, 71-31. That's a big score, right? And then here we are 11 days later. So an 11-day not scheduled rest. Again, we were scheduled to be hosting Marshfield a week ago today, and then over at Wisconsin Rapids on Saturday, or was it Friday? Either way, both of those games were snowed out. Interestingly enough, on Tuesday, I'll get to the scores, halftime scoring here in just a minute, but just to tidy up that 11-day break. On Tuesday, Marshfield at SPASH postponed. Marathon at Auburndale, a game I called, right smack dab in the middle of Marshfield and Stevens Point. That game played. So I don't know how that all works. I guess everybody's got different ideas and different solutions, but here we were halfway between the two towns. Same weather, had to be, right? We were halfway between. We played basketball in Auburndale, but Marshfield SPASH didn't go. It will happen later, though, this year. Conference games all get played. Okay, first for the Appleton East Patriots, leading scorer for the Patriots, Joey LaChapelle. He's got 9. 7 points for Cade Prestigiacomo. Jacob Weisbach's got a three-pointer, and Elliot Feldhausen, one made basket. Those are the 21 points for the Appleton East Patriots. 16 for LaChapelle and Prestigiacomo. And again, as you saw in our pregame show with Coach John Kroll, we talked about those two coming in averaging 25 combined. Well, they've got 16 combined in the first half. So if there's anything that Coach Kroll may be talking to his guys about here at halftime, it's we haven't done the job on those two. But giving up just 21 points, I'm not sure how much water that feedback could hold in that locker room. Everything else has worked really well, especially on the offensive end. 38 points in the first half for the Panthers. Leading all scorers is Grant Chandana. He's got 20, including 3 of 3 from the free throw line and a made three-pointer. 20 points in the first half for Grant Chandana, and then the rest of the scoring is pretty small in comparison when you got one guy sitting with 20. Nick Fox has 5. Jaron Zies has 3. Carter Combs has 3. Noah Marshke has 3. Aman Konopaki with a bucket. Baraka McAleen with a bucket. And that is it for the SPASH Panthers scoring, but that has been enough. 38-21 halftime lead. I'll give you some more information when we come back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza. Hands down pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce. Toppings and slices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hello, Wisconsin. Feltz Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Feltz Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Feltz Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Back here to Appleton East High School, 38-21, your halftime score. SPASH Panthers put up 38 in the first half. They are led, all scorers, led by Grant Shanana, 20 points in the first half for the 6'4" junior Shanana. For Appleton East, leading scorer Joey LaChapelle with 9 for the Appleton East Patriots. 14 games on the network today. I don't have enough time to go through all of those with you. Matter of fact, a couple of those have already went final. Usually I'll give some advice on what else to watch, but we tipped a little bit late with the girls' game proceeding. Kind of flipping through a couple of them right now. Don't really see anything I like. Again, some of the games have already gone final here, and big load of girls' games out there. Kaukauna Appleton North. All right, we'll give you an update there as they are at half. Kaukauna leads 33-28 at the halftime break in Fox Valley Association basketball. We'll take our very last break here at halftime. Get you ready for second half basketball right after this on Zaleski Sports. Appleton East High School just about ready for second half play. Second half brought to you by Maher Water. We all depend on our water, so let Maher Water Corporation ensure you and your family are in the right hands for clean water. Learn more at maherwater.com. Be a comfortable advantage here for Stevens Point to start the second half of play. And again, I talked about Coach Kroll. I don't know what else you really say in that halftime locker room besides, well, remember guys, we had a couple of marks on their top scorers. We kind of let that slip by. But other than that, I really don't know what else you talk about in there. So Panthers come back out ready to go, but again, an 11-day break. And I would think that's where Coach Kroll maybe wants to be from now on. It's of course, that's a fantasy, right? But Shanana comes out. How about that? Picks up right where he left off right here in the second half. I can tell you, if you've ever been on a sports team, the reason you are on that team is to play the games. Practice gets a little tedious at times. Travel called on LaChapelle. So obviously you don't want a situation where you're off for 11 straight days. That is not ideal, not what the sport is intended for. But boy, the Panthers sure look fresh though right now. And McAleen gets doubled, and he's going to get bailed out with a foul. Foul is going to be called on Grayson Kazmarek, as McAleen got in trouble on the double team. Kazmarek a little bit too much, they said. Combs will walk it across. And ball batted down, stolen away. Nice work there by Weisbach. Weisbach gets it back. Now LaChapelle, watched over there by McAleen. Little shake from LaChapelle. 3 on the way from Kazmarek. That one no good. That's going to be last off of Feldhausen. Couple of hands in there. Not exactly a sea of hands, but there were a couple. Well, they say Feldhausen the last to touch. And one other observation here, and this is certainly nothing to say about the folks that weren't able to make the drive from Stevens Point, as Marschke dials up a 3. But just looking out over the crowd, I guess I'm mainly just an observation. Certainly more in attendance here for the girls' game than the boys. I'm talking more about, the local crowd. Just an interesting observation. Usually it's the other way around, right? But good for them. Support the girls' basketball team. That's great. But night getting late. Got to get the kids home, get them to bed, ready for school tomorrow. I understand all that. There's LaChapelle in the lane. Oh, nice find to Feldhausen. Nice court awareness by the senior Joey LaChapelle. That three a little bit long, and Feldhausen is pushed by Marschke, so they say Marschke with the push. Keep the ball with the Patriots. Feldhausen thought he lost the ball out of bounds. And Coach Kroll is explaining to the official the same thing. Hey, didn't he just lose that on his own? Pushed by Marschke. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Probably one right next door. Here's Presta Giacomo in the lane. That gets stolen away. Zeiss with the steal. Zeiss to the rack. Up and good. Nice reward there for Zeiss's good defense. Points on the other end in transition. There's LaChapelle fading, hitting. Panthers come right back down, get in the offensive set. Under 15 to play, 20-point game. 3 here from Zeiss, just off the mark. A rebound pulled down by Feldhausen. Presta Giacomo dribbles through the lane, right back in his hands. Good defensive set so far for the Panthers. Presta Giacomo works around a Feldhausen screen, now spins in the lane, and last off of the Panthers. Out goes Marschke, in comes Fox. McAleen will come in for Zeiss. And now there are 5 on the floor in black. Black and red. Another great find, that time by LaChapelle into a cutting Weissbach on the baseline out of bounds play. Panthers answer right back. Thank you, McAleen with the bucket. So LaChapelle comes back. Nick Fox inside the three-point line. Now to Konopacki. I would suspect here with under 14 to play, Panthers looking just for good touches, good offensive sets. Take the best shot. No shot clock in Wisconsin high school basketball. And there's a good one there, McAleen, back-to-back buckets. But with no shot clock in this state, which, again, much to my chagrin, but it's an opportunity here. 2 on the line was LaChapelle. Home students loved it. And that may have been number 1,000 for Joey LaChapelle. We may find out here on the dead ball, but that's what I thought I saw in the student section. And indeed, congratulations to senior Joey LaChapelle, 1,000 points on his career. I take my reporting from the Appleton East student section. Hopefully they're right. If they're right, then I said the right thing. Yep, and indeed, they make the announcement here in the gym. 1,000 career points for Appleton East senior Joey LaChapelle. Congratulations, and Joey's going to come and give me the souvenir basketball, it looks like. Yeah, here he comes. Follow him up here, Gunnar. We'll see. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought he was bringing it to me. Okay. Others have. I'm not saying he should, just others have. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. So all joking aside, obviously, Joey LaChapelle, 1,000 career points, a great achievement for any high school basketball player. Just shows all the hard work and dedication put in. Here's LaChapelle coming right back and good. Delivered his memento ball to Mom in the stands and comes right back down through the teeth of the Panthers defense and scores it. McAleen off the ball fake. That three just off the mark. Shannon the follow. What a game tonight for Grant Chandana. .24 for Chandana. Kazmarek up top. Lost at that time, quickly down to Fox. Fox, couple of steps, slams it home for Nick Fox. Couple in the crowd here were wondering if there was a dribbling violation there. Fox with the slam. Lead grows back to 20 for the Panthers. LaChapelle, ball fake. Combs keeps after it, and we're going to get a foul on the floor. Foul on the Panthers. Shoot a Funeral Home is your local family-owned and operated funeral home committed to serving families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable funerals. Shoot a Funeral Home of Stevens Point and Plover. Feldhausen hands off now to LaChapelle. Konopacki takes a couple of chest bumps. Now LaChapelle goes to work. And Amon Konopacki is going to draw a technical foul. I thought that was probably coming. He slammed the ball down after the foul was called. Frustrated at himself. Certainly not meant in any real negative way, just emotions of the game, but a technical foul called on Amon Konopacki. And he's explaining to the referee, listen, yeah, I know, I slammed it down, but I slammed it towards where nobody was. Unfortunately for Amon in high school basketball, that quite doesn't matter. So LaChapelle will shoot the technical free throws, and then he'll have two more coming up with the shooting foul. So 4 free throws coming here for LaChapelle. And we'll watch the shooting performance there of the recent 1,000-point scorer, LaChapelle. Got a great touch. You can see why he's scored over 1,000 points in his career. Treat the whole family to breakfast or lunch at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Mexican and American dishes cooked to perfection daily on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. Staub Construction, a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. And unsurprisingly, LaChapelle goes 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And 9 of 10 on the game for LaChapelle. And you can get to 1,000 real quick, loading them up from the free throw line. 3-pointer off the mark. Combs, another rebound. Again, rebounding leader for the Panthers. You can see why. Just got a real knack for finding the loose ball off the missed shots. Foul's going to come on Elliot Feldhausen. Team foul number 3 on the Patriots. In comes Jacob Keel. Feldhausen will probably just get a breather here with still over 11 minutes to play. Zeiss 3, just a bit too strong. Three on the way here from Kazmarek is good. First points of the night for Grayson Kazmarek. Now Marschke, baseline, and ball tipped around, and it'll stay with the Panthers. So our baseline official pirouettes with the call, and we're going to get a timeout on the floor. The Panthers will take it. Lead has dwindled from 20 down to 13 on Zaleski Sports. As a proud sponsor of Zaleski Sports, Stevens Point Brewery brings you a variety of gourmet sodas to indulge in while watching your favorite teams. Flavors include black cherry cream, kitty cocktail, mango, orange cream, vanilla cream, and root beer in regular or zero sugar. Have it as a float for the perfect post-game treat. Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com. 53-40 as Coach Kroll saw his 20-point lead slip to 13. Going to call the timeout here, set up baseline out-of-bounds play, and start to work on growing that lead again before things get questionable around here. Here's McAleen spinning, turning, pivoting, shooting, making. Eight points tonight for McAleen. LaChapelle chases down the loose ball. Directs traffic and into the corner. Draws the double, down now to Keel. Ball reversal, Panthers wise to that. Really good defensive set here for the Panthers coming out of the timeout. Got the points on the baseline out of bounds play. Now defensively, lock it down all the way in, and LaChapelle, fortunate perhaps no offensive foul. Chandonneau steps into a deep three, and one of the few misses tonight for Grant Chandonneau. Back comes LaChapelle. He'll pull up, three is good. So pull up three-pointer for LaChapelle, and lead down to 12. Things getting a little bit interesting now. Chandonneau, I don't know that he knew there was nobody behind him, and he knew that Noah Marschke is going to float the three to our camera. All right. That's great. Noah Marschke. So all you back at home in your living rooms knew he had the three-point shot. Sent it right up to us. LaChapelle answers back. His a little less dramatic. Still fun the same though anyway, right? That was pretty good. You know, these kids, they grew up in a camera culture. Chandonneau down low, gets his own rebound. The putback is just off the mark, and Zeese will run it down. Third chance now. Here goes Marschke. Gets it swatted by, who is that? That was a big swat from Jacob Keel. Sends it into the bleachers. Yeah, but everybody out here on the basketball floor all grew up with the camera culture. Probably had, and you understand when I say this, had a camera in their pocket from early on. And they all know where the camera is. Especially somebody like me standing next to it, they know exactly where it is. Just over 8 minutes to play. This is one of the best moments I've seen on the basketball floor. Now I say something like that, and they're all going to want to do it. Here goes McAleen. Oh, what the step through there, but just not quite the finish. Finger roll didn't roll. LaChapelle draws the double. Now Kazmarek, corner three, got it! And it is a single-digit lead now for the Panthers. They had led by as many as 20 here in this half. Now lead by 9. McAleen, and he's grabbed by Feldhausen. That'll be foul number 4 on the 6'6" senior Elliot Feldhausen. And right away, Feldhausen comes out. In comes Keel. So a little bit smaller lineup now for the Patriots. Combs, and foul on the floor. This will be called on Presta Giacomo. It'll be team foul number 5 on Appleton East. Foul goes on Kez. No, that can't be right. I don't think they have the right one on there unless. So they're calling Presta Giacomo for that. Okay. So first on Presta Giacomo. Still not sure that's correct what they have on the scoreboard. It doesn't matter anyway. Ball thrown away. Patriots another chance. Narrowed this all the way down to a single-digit deficit. You know, at 20 points, I don't know what you at home thought, if you thought this was over, but it was certainly very comfortable. And we've got 2 coming out of the game for Appleton East. It looks like a blood timeout. So let's just step aside for 30 seconds. 58-49. Panthers lead on the road on Zaleski Sports.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
Training staff here at East feverishly bleaching, getting bleach pads and wiping off jerseys of both kinds. So La Chapelle in the bloodline. Who else do we have here? Neiman, Braden Neiman, and Stevens Point's Carter Combs also getting scrubbed down. So, you know, you can't have blood on the jersey. You can't have blood out at all, right? It's got to get bandaged. But if it does stay in a jersey or a shirt or whatever it might be, that's all going to get scrubbed down by bleach, and that's been going on now for the last couple minutes. A whole line of them. Somebody likely bleeding from a hand or something like that, and swiped against 2 jerseys probably. Not a serious thing, but it's just what's happening here right now. It's Kazmarek. Now Presta Giacomo, under 7 to play. Plenty of time here, just a 9-point game now. Ball fake, and fading away is Presta Giacomo. Offensive rebound on the other side by Neiman. 3 for Kazmarek is good. And it's a 2-possession game at Appleton East. And still now, loads of time left. McAleen in the lane, works around, flipped it up and good. Baraka McAleen, some much-needed points for the SPASH Panthers. Words I thought I would not need to utter here in this second half. Here's Kazmarek feeling it. And went a little bit short. Konopacki tips it back to Zeese. Now back to Konopacki. Panthers get things settled down in the backcourt. Konopacki, baseline, and through the hands of Nick Fox, and out of bounds. So another possession earned for Appleton East. So 8-point game, under 6 to play. Turning the corners, La Chapelle, 3 on the way from Weisbach, got it! The Patriots are heating up. And for Appleton East, all coming at the right time here late. Combs all the way, and Panther bench wanted a goaltend from Jacob Keel, didn't get it. Here's LaChapelle, deep three and just off the mark. And then we're going to get an offensive foul, or I guess in this case a loose ball foul on Jacob Keel. If that three would have went, this place would have exploded. As it was, Coach John Kroll still can't believe that wasn't a goaltend called on Keel. This has turned into a fun one here. Fox, back to Combs. The defense chant rings out from the Appleton East student section. McAleen looking for space on Kazmarek. Cut off on the baseline. Now Chandonneau. Haven't heard a lot from Grant here in the second half. Obviously a point of focus for these Appleton East Patriots. And then we get a loose ball foul on Baraka McAleen. Team foul number 5. And it's the 4th on McAleen. Getting very interesting here in Outagamie County. Right, Gunnar? I'm pretty sure. Here's Weisbach, inside, stolen away by McAleen. Pass intended for Keel. Here come the Panthers. McAleen now, Konopacki, and Combs will slow it down. Coach Kroll calls out the play. Combs, hounded by Presta Giacomo. Ball reversed. McAleen, 3 is no good. And it's going to be a rebounding foul called on the Patriots as Chandonneau brought down the rebound. Team foul number 6 on the Patriots. Fouls called on Jacob Keel, his first. And back in with, speaking of fouls, with 4 fouls comes Elliot Feldhausen. But the height, 6'6", back on the floor for Appleton East. And Chandonneau loses it into the bleachers. And timeout on the floor. Coach Kroll is going to call the timeout. His Panthers continue to give opportunities to Appleton East here in this second half. More basketball coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Oh my gosh! In today's economy, it seems the value of a dollar continues to shrink, while the services offered are getting less and less. Here at Maher Water Corporation, a new high-efficiency system made by WaterCare can help ease the stress on your checkbook. We are always available to analyze and recommend one of these units.
So while we can't actually make your money grow, we can make the value of what you get from Maher seem like it.
$60-55. Appleton East continues to scratch and claw their way back in. And this comeback, though, and it'll be probably the first question that I'll ask Coach John Kroll after the game. The comeback assisted by some sloppy, I don't know, just prioritization of the ball by his Panthers. Still lead by 5, though, to Stevens Point. I remember talking to Coach Kroll in the pregame show. Here's LaChapelle, 3, dials it up and hits it. And we've got a one-possession game here in Appleton. Combs being hounded the whole time down the floor. Talked to Coach Kroll about this Appleton East team in the pregame show, and we both agreed. You got a team from the Fox Valley Conference, and their record here is 3-6, but it's not like 3-6 like you might think. 3-6, especially when they've played 7 of those 9 games in conference, is this is a good basketball team. Up and one for Carter Combs. Falling to the floor is Combs, and he hits it. But just the level of competition from top to bottom in the Fox Valley Conference, so much different in Division I than we really see almost anywhere else. You could maybe make a case for a couple of the conferences down in the Milwaukee area, but top to bottom. And so we talked to Coach Kroll about that 3-6 record really didn't indicate the quality of basketball team, and it certainly didn't indicate their ability to make a second half comeback. which they have here tonight. 3 loaded up, Presta Giacomo, he hits it 2. Threes are wild coming down the stretch for the Patriots, and it's a 1-point game. Combs gets hit in the eye, and then the foul comes after that. Foul's going to go on Presta Giacomo. Carter Combs flips off his bandage, didn't like that on his right hand anyway, and takes the opportunity to get rid of that as he'll head to the Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never even happened. All right, 3:07. And Combs with a 1-and-1 from the free throw line. Combs just missed a moment ago from the stripe and gets that one to roll through. Again, for the second time I'll say it, much needed points for these Panthers. There goes Combs on the second, and it's good, giving his Panthers a 3-point lead. As we move towards under 3 to play, working through is La Chapelle, and it's an offensive foul as a brick wall under the basket was Grant Chandonat. Chandonat hadn't moved in what seemed like minutes under the basket, and La Chapelle attempted to run right through him. Now Combs is, Carter Combs, first he was bleeding, then there's a blood timeout. Now Carter's lost his contact lens. That getting sorted out, and we've got a timeout on the floor. It'll be under 3 minutes to play, a Stevens Point 3-minute lead right after this on Zaleski Sports.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
What a game we've had for you here tonight. It didn't look like we were going to have this kind of sprint to the finish. Again, if you're just joining us, Stevens Point led by as many as 20 here in this second half. Took a 38-21 lead into the halftime break and then grew it from there early in the second half, but little by little, Patriots just keep chipping away. One possession game, Panthers with the ball. Combs down low to McAleen. McAleen under, no. Rebound brought down by Feldhausen. 3-point basket can tie the game here for Appleton East. 2 weeks ago, I saw a 5-point play. So who knows? Here goes La Chapelle. Baseline kicked by McAleen and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Patriots. Under 2.5 to play. And now blood time being issued to Elliot Feldhausen. So somebody is leaking out here somewhere. Because one by one, they continue to go and get bleached up on the sideline. Okay, trainer says that Feldhausen is good to come back in. And he does. Okay. Don't know where the leak, well, hold on here. Yeah, so Feldhausen went out. I'm not sure that he could just come right back in. I don't think that's possible. I think he's got to wait till the next dead ball. Coach Botts is attempting to get Feldhausen back in right away, but after you come out for injury, and that's what that's considered as injury, you've got to wait to a dead ball to come back in. So Feldhausen will take a break. There goes La Chapelle. Big right-hand scoop. No, and it's going to be a rebounding foul called on Jacob Weisbach as he wrapped up Chandonat from behind. And in the double bonus now are the Panthers, and Chandonat is going to walk all the way down the floor to shoot 2 free throws from the Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Assistant coach Joe La Chapelle headed out to the lane on the other side here As you see him come back to the bench with the towel in his hand. He was looking for more blood on the floor. None was found. Here's Shannon. Swish. 5th point of the half for Shannon. He's got 25. And Dan Ross is right. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock, Zaleski Sports Show right on this channel. And have an update on Appleton East High School tomorrow. Make sure to watch. We got all kinds of good stuff that we'll talk to you about. Player updates, and of course the oh-so-popular Merriwood Minute. So lots of other information coming to you. And it's free at 4 o'clock. 3 goes down for Weisbach. And it's back to a 1-point game. Under 2 to play. Trap comes out. McAleen wide open under the basket. $12 points for McAleen. 10 of the 12 here in this second half. And they're going to say last. They're going to call a foul. So they're going to call a foul on Shandonab. And it's team foul number 6. So no free throws out of that for the Patriots. Instead, an inbound play. Out of bounds play. And the beauty of an out of bounds play, too, is Keel with the ball fake. And left uncontested to the hoop. Back to a 1-point game. McAleen flies down the floor and now pulls it up. Up top now to Combs. Under 90 seconds to play. We come up on 1 minute here in Appleton East. Panthers looking for points, this time down. Combs gets bumped. Shannon draws contact, and that foul is going to go on Presta Giacomo, and now in the bonus, in the double bonus are the Panthers. Yep, they have been for a couple fouls now. So Shandonah for 2 free throws as he steps back to the Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for all your cleanup and restoration needs. And again, we hope those things never happen, right? But especially sometimes after a big snowfall like we had, or maybe a snow melt in a couple months. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for that kind of help. Shannon hits the pair. 3-point game. 60 seconds to play. There's Presta Giacomo. Worked all the way back up top to LaChapelle. LaChapelle, Combs follows him. LaChapelle works hard. They say that Combs had ball. And it'll be tipped into the scores table by LaChapelle. He thought he was fouled. Officials say no, that Combs just grabbed the ball on the way through, and that's what made LaChapelle physically turn backwards. His hands on the ball. Foul comes here. Kazmarek will foul Konopacki. And the only option left for Appleton West was that foul. Coming up next, our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. I will be courtside with Stevens Point Panthers basketball coach John Kroll. And perhaps a Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. Konopacki looking for a free throw here to make what is usually a 2-possession game. Again, I saw a 5-point play just a couple weeks ago on one made basket. So after you see that, you kind of reel it back in a little bit as Konopacki goes 1 of 2. So 4-point game, probably a 2-possession game. Mathematically, it could be just a 1. LaChapelle outside, Kazmarek, 3, that one off back iron. Mad scramble for the ball, and it's going to be grabbed by McAleen all the way back down 70 feet away from the free throw line. McAleen is fouled, and back to the free throw line go the Panthers with 19 seconds to play. McAleen's free throw is up and over. Again, back to the Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro free throw line. And a 6-point game now. So now it is a 2-possession game. And timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here. 16 seconds left to play. And just a reminder on this game. Careful with Dan. Careful with my distance calculations. Yeah, we've been questioned about distance. Again, Zaleski Sports Show tomorrow, Wednesday, 4 p.m. right here on this channel. You can also watch that show live on Facebook and X.com, along with YouTube. And highlights of this game available at this point tomorrow around lunchtime. We'll show you all the best of this game, and you can watch those highlights primarily on Facebook, Zaleski Sports Stevens Point. So if you are not subscribed to this YouTube channel, click subscribe right now. You'll be notified of all future broadcasts. And then make sure you like and follow us on Facebook. And stay tuned. You get all the big, all the game updates. We tell you every morning on Facebook what games are going to be broadcast in your area. You also find those listings at ZaleskiSports.com. We just make it as easy as possible for you. I know many of you go to YouTube and you type in the name of the game you want to watch, and poof, up it comes. Just unlimited resources for you. But this, again, highlights Zaleski Sports, Stevens Point on Facebook. Tomorrow around the lunch hour. 3 from La Chapelle, no. Offensive rebound. Pressa Giacomo looked at it, gives now to Kazmarek, and that 3 won't go. Final seconds are going to tick off the clock, and the Panthers with a road win that was maybe a little more dramatic than Coach Kroll had hoped for. But we will talk to Coach about that here coming up. Your final score from Appleton East High School. The Stevens Point Panthers 72, the Appleton East Patriots 66. That is your final time now for the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. I will be courtside with Stevens Point Panthers head coach John Kroll, and if I can have my way, our Zaleski Sports highlight house, Baraka McAleen. Every now and then Coach has some different ideas, and I just take the lead from there. So courtside coming up next on the Nasonville Dairy post-game show.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you. Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Barney, you got 5 seconds! Leave it on your Jeep.
Hey, are the players coming out?
Just going to clip this on you here real quick, and then we'll be good to go. All right, here in our Nasonville Dairy post-game show, Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. Here with Stevens Point Panthers head coach John Kroll. Coach, a 20-point lead in that second half, and they chipped away. They did some good stuff. Ball security became a little bit of an issue, but you guys did enough to hold off and pull it out here in the end. Tell us about the second half.
Yeah, I mean, second half we were, I think, at times two different teams. We were, we got to figure that part out of the game. We haven't been in that spot a lot, maybe up 20. We got lazy on defense, and we were in a hurry on the offensive end. And if you do that for a long enough time, that's what's going to happen. I do like our fight at the end. We got to clean some stuff up in that second half for sure, but there was some good stuff. We stepped up and made enough free throws down the stretch, got enough stops on the defensive end. But, as we get closer to the end of the year in tournament time, we need to be more complete in our 36 minutes.
You did have an opportunity from a coaching perspective to go through it with these guys in those final minutes, though, and go through kind of that end game scenario.
Yeah, I mean, we got to build on that part. I thought at times we were pretty good in that aspect. We haven't been in that spot a lot, so I liked how we reacted to that. But we knew we were going to come in here and get tested. I didn't think it was going to be a 20, 15-point game. I knew they were going to battle for 36 minutes. And we helped them do that, but they made a bunch of shots, got in rhythm, and then down the stretch, we're going to be in those type of games when it comes, whenever, this second half of the season. We're going to have those games. We got to learn from it. We got to get better.
Offensively, Grant scores 20 of his 27 in the first half. Obviously, they put an emphasis on Grant in that second half, and then Baraka comes in, scores 14 of his 16 in the second half. So those two kind of trade places. What was working well for either of those guys here tonight?
Yeah, I think, if you put a lot of energy and effort into stopping one guy, I feel like another guy's going to be able to step up, and we have a lot of guys that can. Noah Marshke knocked down a couple shots. Carter had some big end ones at the end. And then Baraka's be able, if we're spacing well, Baraka's going to have a lot more room. Grant's going to pull a lot of attention his way. So, it's kind of next man up. What are they giving us? And right now, we're doing a decent job of recognizing it and then taking advantage of it.
We talked about this in the pregame. You had 11 days off, come out real fresh in that first half. Now you got a day of practice, and then we're going to be back at it here pretty quickly with 2 more games to finish out the week. What's the strategy with the guys to kind of, we're going to have to pivot right now?
Yeah, we got to manage some minutes, obviously, but we got to prepare ourselves for, back-to-back on Friday, Saturday against 2 conference games on the road. So there'll be great tests for us. I think we're up for it. I think, you need this type of game right now. It's nice to not be at your best all the time and come out with a win. But we got to build on that and then prep and get ready for the next 2.
Coach, congratulations on the win. We'll see you later this week, all right? We'll grab that from you, and there you go. Off you go. And we're going to go on a little bit of a mission. We're going to find Baraka. So I tell you what, Gunnar, if you want to hit the 30-second Nasonville commercial, and we'll find our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. Have him right back here in just a moment.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Around here is just
what in the world?
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
I suppose, yeah, you're thinking about my 50 bucks that's gone or whatever you might have had. Yeah, holy cow, that's horrible.
A large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
For the parents.
Yeah. Yeah, deservedly so, yeah. Okay, we're still waiting. We're going to just keep it here, Gunnar. That's okay. Keep it here. We're going to give it another minute or two, and we've got a reason for the delay, and I might be able to explain that soon. So we'll give it just a minute or two here. So just keep it live for now. Okay.
Thanks for all you do, buddy.
Well, thanks, yeah. Wish I could help with this, but I don't have an answer for this one.
We're gonna, principal can't look till tomorrow or something.
Yeah. Is it Baraka here? Yeah, I've never met him before. Hey, come on out, man. We're gonna give you a little interview here. Yeah.
All right.
Are you missing stuff? From in there?
Oh, yeah. A few of my teammates, yeah, but not me.
Well, yeah, for you, I guess, right? Yeah. All right, I'll have you stand right here. Camera's up here, but just two of us here. I'm just gonna put the microphone on you. That way people at home can hear you. Oh. There we go. All right, here with our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Baraka McAleen. You and Grant kind of traded halves a little bit. He scores 20 in the first half. You take his place. Obviously, there was a point of emphasis on Grant in that second half. You take his place, score 14 of your 16 in the second half. What was working for you in the second half?
My teammates were really spacing out well, and I was just able to kind of slow down in my head, and then when the defender slowed down, I just sped right up and then was able to get past him and was able to get my free throws in at the end. So
yeah, you guys got kind of an extra lesson on closing out a game tonight. It didn't look like maybe that would happen, but as the game unfolded, you got to learn that. When you kind of reflect back on maybe those last 5 minutes, what did you and the guys learn about closing one out, especially on the road?
Well, we learned that noise is just noise, and we got to stay with each other. We got to stay strong, believe in each other. We practice that stuff every day in practice. So just staying with what we know and staying strong with the ball and focusing on closing out the game, getting open looks for a 90+% shot.
Had an 11-day layoff because of 2 days of snow, as it turned out. But now we got 3 games this week. That'll be a little bit different. How do you mentally kind of prepare for a big stretch like this week is?
Yeah. I mean, we're really excited after all the games off, and we're just ready to try to get better at everything we can do, whether it's cohesion or just being all around, not taking the pedal off the gas when we're up and things like that. So we just want to be more aggressive and kind of get some bigger wins possibly.
Sounds good. All right, we're going to put you in house. We're going to make some highlights. Hey guys, congrats on everything tonight. Can I have you move just a little bit? We got the camera right up here. Just doing a little interview, that's all. Yeah, thank you. No, it's all good. You didn't know that. Okay, I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1. You look at the camera. I'm Baraka McAleen and I'm in the house. All right? Okay. 3, 2, 1.
My name is Barak Amakalin, and I'm in the house.
There you go. Congratulations on the game, man. Get home safe, all right? Hopefully everybody's stuff gets found, or I'm going to come and roll some heads here too, okay?
Yeah.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Good seeing you. Okay. All right, guys, that'll wrap it up from here. Panthers close it out on the road. It was a little bit interesting at the end, but they're able to finish and move their record to 13-0 and move to Wausau East coming up later this week. We'll have that game live for you on Zaleski Sports. For Gunnar and Sippert, my name's Jason Zaleski. Have a great night, everybody.